Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing What If Deku was trained like Kenshin. And with that out of the way, on to my intro. Okay guys, so before I start this, I would like to thank you for 700 subscribers. It's been a really long journey, and I would like to thank you guys for hitting that milestone. So, and basically I'm gonna start doing more My Academia what ifs as my channel grows and stuff like that, if it has a chance to grow because of Kappa. But you already know if you watched other YouTube videos about it and about Kappa's guidelines and stuff like that. However, if you think if I survive Kappa, then yeah, thank you guys for everything. Right away, let's begin the story. So basically, Kenshin is basically this guy that used to be a wanderer. He was like a manslayer, Abizosai, but Tosai. He was a manslayer, and he was basically a killing machine, and he was killing people during the revolution in the anime. And I'm surprised if you don't know the anime because it was made in the 90s. It was made in 1998. So I'm not surprised if you don't know the anime. It's basically, he's like a swordsman. He was like killing machine, but he turned up with a new leaf and wanted to help people. So he got a reverse blade sword, which is basically a sword, but backwards. So we can't really kill people. So, basically, a revolution, like a war, basically break out with people who doesn't have quicks and people with quicks, because it's gonna be like it's gonna be like a barrier, like a social barrier. It's gonna like prevent quick people from going with people with quicks, basically. So like the quickless people are gonna be jealous and full with rage that they weren't blessed with quicks, so they're gonna start wars with people with quicks, and eventually people developed started developing swordsmanship, and people learned lots of techniques, and then eventually the war's revolution started. Deku was in the middle of this, and he was expected to fight, but he didn't want to fight at all because he had a loving home. He had a loving family, average food and average income for his average income, basically. So he didn't need a fight, but people keep pushing him to fight, and eventually they just forced him out of their home, forced his parents out of the house because they don't want to participate in the war, and people who don't who want to go to war, they don't really like people who don't participate in the war because they are seen as cowards and they're seen as weaklings. So basically, the people who want to go to war say, "You guys are weaklings. People with weaklings don't deserve a house or food. Now get out before I kill you." Then one of the people said, "Yeah, get out." A girl said, "Yeah, that's right." The people were just rampaging and picking all the stuff in the house, and then his mom said to him, "Midoriya, run! Just please run, we'll hold them off." "But father, just do it." As Deku said, "Okay," with tears in his eyes, he then ran and got out of the house. The whole house was destroyed, as all the support barriers that were holding up the house was destroyed by the people rampaging, and then almost everybody in the house died, the people who were watching just like called the police, and Deku's parents were dead. Deku, however, didn't witness this, as Deku traveled through the forest because he was just told to run, and he didn't know really where to go. So he ran for a straight 5 minutes, and that alone left him lost. He was running, trying to find something, trying to find anything that would help him get back home. And he sees a man with a cross-shaped scar in a cave. It was Kenshin. So basically, Deku went to the man in the cave looking for food. Deku basically says if he has any food or anything that will help him survive. And Kenshin says, "Oh, yeah, here you go, kid. But you're gonna have to leave because I don't have enough food for even myself." And Deku says, "Yeah, okay." And basically, Kenshin was thinking about it, and he just said, "Wait, kid, I'll give you a home for you to stay in. Not much, but I'm a wanderer, so you're gonna have to travel with me." And Deku, without saying anything, said yes. So the time came, and Kenshin and Deku were just traveling, and then eventually they would meet a bear. And the bear basically was roaring and hitting everything with its claws. Deku was absolutely terrified. Then Kenshin walked and said, "Step back," as Kenshin just opened his sheath and just hit the bear with his reverse blade sword, and the bear was completely knocked out. And Deku was amazed and terrified at the same time, and he asked Kenshin about his sword, and Kenshin basically says that it's a reverse blade sword, so it doesn't really kill people, but it still gets the job done, just knocks them out. Deku said, Could I learn how to be a swordman too? Please." Deku got down on his knees because in my days when I was living with my parents, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything as these people came in my house, wrecked everything, and now I don't live with my parents, so they destroyed my home. And I just want to defend myself. Please. Deku has tears in his eyes and just begs Kenshin for at least 5 minutes. Kenshin sighs and says, "All right, I teach you, but you must promise never to use my swords, my techniques to hurt people." And Deku just nods, and he basically just trains with it has to be a train because Deku doesn't really have no physical prowess, so he has to basically train his body so he can move as fast as he can with the sword. So Deku starts doing push-ups, starts jogging, and starts jumping around, and he's actually trying to be able to master swordsmanship. And he basically he only has that wooden sword, the Yaiko from Kenshin, from the anime Kenshin, not Yaiko from Naruto. Yaiko from the anime Kenshin basically has, if you don't know the anime, he basically has this wooden sword, one of the supporting characters. And he basically has that instead of a real one because he's still in training. And he basically starts harnessing power into his sword, and basically training and learning how to chop wood with his sword. Kenshin tells him that you need to predict your opponent's moves when you're fighting. And Deku was thinking about this, and he doesn't really know what he means by predict because he doesn't really know what that means. And basically, they had Deku and Kenshin had a sparring match, and Deku basically try to slice Kenshin, or try to hit Kenshin with his bullet sword. However, Kenshin predicted his swing and just completely dodged it. And since he doesn't want to kill Deku, not kill Deku, injure him, he has sheath on and he's holding. He has a sheath on and he's holding back. So he hits Deku's wooden sword, and the wooden sword is vibrating as if it's about to break. Wait, that's one swing! As Deku's amazed and kind of scared at the same time, he smiled and said, "This is gonna be fun." As Deku and Kenshin are swinging swords, and they're not really clashing with their swords. However, Kenshin is swiftly overpowering Deku, and he doesn't really know what to do. And with Deku is out of breath, he's out of energy, and he looks like he's about to fall down. Kenshin is about to deliver the finishing blow. However, Deku had the words in his head. Predict the sword's movement. Predict the sword's movement. That's all I have to do, right? Well, let's see if I could do it. As Deku opened his eyes and he saw where the sword is going. It's going left. As Deku tucked over the sword and hit Kenshin for the first time in the fight. Kenshin's coughing and he says, "Wow, I can't believe you actually did it. It took you 2 months." As Deku just fell to the ground and being tired, and Kenshin's actually amazed. And Kenshin basically teaches him some of his techniques, but he tries to teach him the Woogie style, Mr. Woogie style, and Deku kind of mastered it, but he kind of didn't. And Deku's gotten really good, and by the way, I forgot to tell you this. Deku was 5. Deku was 5 when he was being chased out of his home by people who wanted to go to war, and Deku's at least 12. Deku's given a sword. Deku's giving a sword, and it's a reverse-based sword, and he told him never to kill, and Deku replied with, "I never kill." So Deku was wandering on his own because he decided that he's strong enough and doesn't need Kenshin's help anymore. He goes and he encounters lots of people who's going who's killing other people, and he meets somebody named Jack. Yeah, Jack. I'll just say Jay. And Jay was really nice and friendly dude, and it was a great time with Jay when Deku was hanging out with him and stuff like that. And Jay was actually really friendly person. And Deku hangs around in villages and then just goes to the other villages and hangs out there for a considerable amount of time. And there's lots of things going on in the village and also then Deku's in. Sorry. And Deku is killing. And Deku's not killing, but he's trying to defend people, and people basically getting beat around in that village and all. And sorry guys. Okay. Deku is trying to stop it over and over again, and it's eventually getting tiring. And one day, Jay is gone, and Deku searches for him, and then he sees him tied down, beaten to a pulp, tortured, and then hanging dead. As blood is dripping, Deku's fueled with rage. How could you? How could you all do this? He was just a kid. As Deku's eyes turn red, as he was gripping his sword, as his handle begins to crack, he then grits his teeth as Deku sees a man that has all the torture tools in a case that was open, and says, "You like what I did there? He was a piece of garbage. His parents were utter failures." And Deku gritted his teeth, and he said, I'll kill you. You got that? As Deku leaned forward with his sword coming out of his sheath.